Hey, what's up? This is Drake here. I was coming back with another Palworld base build video. Not really a base build video, I guess you would say, more. Just condense my base down as much as possible to try to improve performance as much as possible. What I came out with was pretty good, honestly. I managed to take it down from 4 bases to 2 bases. Potentially could have went 1 base, but I just kind of hate multi-floor bases. It just always seems like my pals get stuck on the staircases and on it too, so I just stuck with 2, but honestly it worked out pretty good, and I figured I'd go over it real quick because the amount of efficiency is kind of crazy that you can get out of it. But I do have my settings tweaked so that I can have up to 50 pals in each base, which this one doesn't matter, but that one's like 39 in it. So that will be something that if you want to recreate this you have to do. But basically, so we show the location. My base is here. This is my main base, 404, negative 319. It's a nice flat place, but honestly, you could do it anywhere. It's just 2 bases with 2 floors. But up top here was originally just the bedding area, and of course I unlocked all the technology stuff so they can have the watering and the harvesting and basically, kindling, lumbering, electricity. Everything is just max efficiency. But what I really wound up doing, and I got several cooling pals here out just to keep all the food they're producing from going bad so quick. But what I wound up doing is like max condensing. I mean, I already had max condensed Anubises in my base anyway for the handiwork for making stuff, but they were just sitting around idle. So I decided, well, I made them all level 5 transport also, so they're the best transport you can get. And I just swapped my farming over to this base on the upstairs, and I wound up max condensing 1 Prunella, and she does and I gave her books so that she's level 5 gathering or planting, harvesting, and also made her level 5 medicine and level 5 transport. So she serves but I turned her transport off just because she's got so much to do already. But she's like the best of everything, and her passive skill is while she's in base, she increases harvest too. And I checked it at base, I think it's 10%, and then when she's maxed against, it's 20%. So having her as your farming one, you get a 20% boost in production from all your planting stuff. Also, got a max condensed ore shirk here just because I accidentally made an extra one, and I figured why not, but he's out. I had him transporting and also generating electricity, but he's just so good that he can generate any amount of electricity you can use in just an instant. But yeah, so I'll go over it. But what I had was I already had these Gangler Ignis for my kindling and watering, so I already had 4 pals that were max watering in base set and idle anyway, so I figured put them to use. Had 4 max condensed Anubises who were max delivery, setting her idle, so I had like the best watering and delivery army you could get. So add 1 Prunella to the mix, add your farming to it, all of a sudden you could delete the farming base and just move it over. And I did have to add a couple more just base cooling pals with nocturnal on them. And like the only one that I have at max condense is just this Foxicle that I have running the cooling crusher over here. But that's just because honestly he doesn't need it. The only thing I ever use it for is just making pal souls, and he makes those so fast that I don't really see the point in investing in it, but I might do it in the future. You see, I invested in everything that was relevant, every skill that ups something other than medicine. I still like a few in medicine, but honestly I never produce medicine most of the time. If I need some, I just go buy it from a merchant. So didn't really see the point in going into that. And really, with her being level 5 medicine and max condensed, she produces it so fast anyway that it's really not a non-issue. Now this one, like I said, this is 39, but I combine my mining and my ranching base. I do hope that they will update ranching sometime in the future, because as far as I know, there's no way to up your ranching ability. Like if you want more ranching, you just have to put out more pals. So that's why you have so many. I wish they would make it to where, instead of having 4 Dumons out, I could make 1 have better ranching capabilities and just replace him with 1. So I could reduce my load on my base by 75% by being able to up their ranching abilities. But as it stands, I mean, about the only thing you can do is add nocturnal to them. But I found that on this base, them not producing through the night kind of helps, because I've got these, and I'll go over it. I made 5 of the Eye of Cthulhu. I'm pretty sure I'm saying that wrong. But anyway, I made 5 of these. I give them all 1 book to make them level 5 transport, and I give them runner and nimble because that's their speed does affect their transport abilities. So they're like, I mean, other than if you could roll legendary and get swift on them, they're about as good a delivery as possible. And it seems that going from level 4 transport to 5 makes a huge difference, because at 4 they were delivering 4 of each type, or I mean 10 of each type of ore per trip. At level 5 they start delivering 40 of each type of ore per trip, so it's a 4 times boost to their delivery capability or transport to go from 4 to 5. It's a pretty huge increase, so it's well worth investing a book in them. As far as that though, of course, we got the alpha and the beta waves in each one, and the relevant things for upping whatever production we have. But max condensed, 5 Astegons for my mining, which these are here. They're pretty good. And I max condensed one Digiman here just because he's like the OG miner I started out with, and I just couldn't leave him hanging. Honestly, he wound up being pretty beast. Like, he's really, really good. I mean, and then other than that, it's just all the stuff for the ranching, which I stuck up top here. Like I said, which turned out pretty good, because being at the beddings up top and the ranchings up top, they never actually go downstairs. Sometimes they eat downstairs, as you can see. Like, I haven't figured that one out yet. Like, I guess good option would be just like, I want my miners eating salad, but I really don't want these eating salad because there's no point in it. But there's no way to set them to a preferred feed box. I guess the thing would do would be build a refrigerator up here or something. Honestly, I kind of hate the refrigerators. They have less storage than the cold boxes, and they require electricity in your base also to make them work, where these don't. So these are just better, but you can't stop them from eating. So that's the one thing I haven't figured out. It's not a big issue, but sometimes the Astegons will come past the food box downstairs all the way up here to eat at this one, and there's really no way to stop it. Like I said, I guess I could just put salads in both, but so far it's kind of a non-issue. Yeah, I just got all the ranching out up here, and I put 1 chest out because, like I said, my pals kept glitching on the stairs, so now they just deliver here, and I have to transport it manually when they get a full stack when I want to, but it's really not a problem. And they do deliver the milk and honey to this box and the eggs that I'm producing. So pretty well. But like I said, it works well because when these guys go to sleep, being as the eyes don't sleep, then they go downstairs and they deliver all the ore that they have kind of like missed out on during the daytime area. So if you're doing a little AFK farming, I forgot I even had them out. It would be 37 in its base. I had these reading up some nightmares, forgot to take them out. But yeah, so it works pretty good, them not being nocturnal, because it allows them to have time to do the delivery downstairs too. That's basically pretty much it. I'm gonna go over a couple other pals, but yeah, I had room to get some breeding farms up here too in this space. A couple of hot tubs. Like, you need hot tubs for the miners, but the other stuff just really never. Ranching takes no sanity, transport takes no sanity. So really the only thing it really needs hot tubs. I've got 6 miners, and I've got like 8 hot tubs, so they've got plenty to choose from. So they never really get stressed. They just take a lot of breaks, but they keep it going that way. The other things that, and I wish I'd have done this a lot earlier, is I set up parties for each one. This is my regular with the Gobfin's max condense for the player attack boost that it gives you. This is for salvaging, then get a water pal to ride. This one's my dungeon one because I find Necromus to be really good for riding through dungeons. Max condense a smoky, and I did find that on Chromite, having your smoky out while you're doing your Chromite, like you use him to keeping him out gives you 100% boost. If you max condense him, you get an extra 50%. So Max Event Smoky gives you 150% boost on your chromite that you harvest. So kind of worth doing. Now the Nightmare I just did, use that, is kind of crazy, because what hers does, if you didn't know, while adding together pals, drop more pal souls. Now if you do the two predator bosses that are easy to do on Faybreak, they give you 12 giant pal souls per kill, and I think you can only do them every 1 to 2 Palworld days. Well, if you've got a base level one of these in your, like what I like to do is put the Ring of Mercy on, get them down to 1 HP, and then throw her out and let her do the final blow, so that you get the buff. With her out at base, you get double. So it takes us from 12 to 24 giant Pal Souls. With her max condense, it triples it, so it takes us from 12 to 36 giant Pal Souls. So for upgrading your pals to give them that 60% work buff, or upgrading them for fighting or anything, like, I really wish I would have done this so much earlier, because it would have saved so many runs on killing predator pals to get triple the amount, and just for max condensing 1 pal. So yeah, that's kind of it. I was just going to kind of go over it. Like, I kind of hate it. To me, it looks like a Walmart Supercenter, but it's super efficient. You've got like literally no pals that are sitting around doing nothing at no point. And what I was trying to do is not have like multiple copies of the same pal at multiple bases doing the same job. Condense it down, make one really good one, let them do all the work, and take the load off of the game. So maybe I can survive until they fix some of the issues that I keep having, like 110 failed auto saves every time I turn the game off after I'm AFK farming, stuff like that. That's it. If you like the video, give it a thumbs up. If you want to see more, like the content, click that sub button. Man, I really appreciate the support. As always, thanks for watching.